NASA satellites launched in 1990. That's Hubble, bro. It looks like a piece of shit. Honestly, it looks like a fucking piece of garbage. It literally looks like a fucking trash can. Were they even trying? 1966 British novels set in Jamaica. I have absolutely no. I'd never heard of it in my life. We move on. 1980s American British films that are black and white, directed by David Lynch, set in London. Circus films directed by, this is The Elephant Man? You're going to think this is a lie. I did not know that David Lynch directed The Elephant Man. But I did know that The Elephant Man is based on a circus performer who's, got John Merrick's remains, ooh, all them crazy elephant bones. You know what I'm talking about? If I had $1 million. Why are your knowledge gaps so inconsistent? I don't know, because I'm one motherfucker instead of like a condenser rod for consensus, the way you seem to project onto me for some reason. You're basically, how do I not know some things and know others? I don't know, bro, because I've lived like a rich and varied life, I suppose, because I've had a cosmopolitan suite of interests instead of becoming obsessive about fucking trains, okay? That's why. I have a breadth of knowledge that's not necessarily exhaustive in any one particular domain, because I'm a real fucking person, not just a dude who lives in a fucking, look at this, I can put my arms outside of the box. Where do you think the sun goes at night, is what I'm asking you. And are you surprised when it returns in the morning? Hang on, I got trivia to answer. 20th century women novelists who are American but also Chilean. A lot of Chileans doing a lot here. Do I know a single Chilean writer who's also American? No. Am I going to know their name when I press this button? Yes. It is an 84-year-old American author who is, I'm going to say Toni Morrison, even though I don't think this could possibly be true. I had to put in a guess. 2017 French bankers who are independent politicians. I'm just not going to know a radical centrist writer from France, to be honest. So I feel like what I'm going to type here is just Macron, even though that doesn't... Oh, okay, it's actually right. Did I miss where it says, is the prime minister? It's the third one? Oh, yeah. My bad, y'all. You guys do a president and a prime minister in France? Most countries kind of picked one or the other. Do you have both? Yes, we have. What? I'm being dead ass with you. What's the difference? Like, what's the division of labor? President is more foreign policy focused. Prime minister is more domestic. President is the equivalent of a monarch for us. All right. It's blurry. Everything is so fucked up. There's oceans in between us. You know what I'm talking about? Puddle of mud. But that's not very far. Could you take it all away? One of the two good Puddle of Mud songs. Marsupials of South, North, and Central America. I really should know this. I'm going to say possum again. Oh, shit, you are a marsupial. Yeah! I love possums, man. Vancouver, I know this sounds like I'm making a joke. I'm not. Vancouver Aquarium used to have a terrestrial animals exhibit. They always had a possum there. And I loved him because he just didn't do anything at all. First time I saw him, I went, why isn't he doing anything? Second time I saw him, I went, what do I fucking want him to do? He's like in a tank, basically. He's in an enclosure. Like, what do I expect that he's going to do in there, man? He's not going to start doing like gymnastics or something. American online encyclopedias. So I really feel like this is probably the most famous encyclopedia in the world. which would be Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay. I was about to type World Book, which is fucked up, but 1884 establishments in China, municipalities of Taiwan. Okay, you should be Taipei. Correct. Bro, I feel like I know everything about this building. It's actually like not even that tall. One dude who's in good shape could actually climb that. I've seen it done, bro. Facts. Except it wasn't really fair because he needed a ladder at the end. It actually looked easy. What I heard is that, well, what I heard from the r/climbing Alex Honnold climbing Taipei 101 mega thread when the event was live is that actually it is easy to climb in the whole scheme of things. But the reason you want it to be easy to climb is because if you make a mistake, you fall 1,000 feet to your death. So I think that easy, let me rephrase, easy for him to climb. Easy for him to climb. It wasn't like a 50-50. It was like a 99-1. 1764 ships that went to Australia. I just simply have no idea. It was a shipwreck off the coast of Rhode Island. Chesapeake. Call it the Chesapeake. HMS Endeavour. Fair enough. I don't know much about Australian naval history, to be honest with you. This is Cow Tools. That's so funny. It's the fastest I've ever gotten it, bro. It was like bovine cartoons. Yeah, that's got to be Cow Tools. That's one of the most famous Far Side comics, bro. That was a pretty easy one. I honestly thought we'd be a little bit more down here, but that's okay. 1620s establishments in Africa. The capital of Madagascar. It's Antananarivo. Every once in a while, an old piece of data can still be accessed. Every now and then, something that got put up there 20 years ago it's still got a bookmark in it that I can navigate to. 1820s neologisms, existentialist concepts, German words and phrases, melancholia, pessimism, suffering, words with no direct English translation. I want to say zeitgeist, but I think it's wrong. Okay, I do not know what Weltschmerz is. Weltschmerz, I do not know that. They were fucked up in 1820? I don't even know what I'm looking at, man. A mood of weariness or sadness about life arising from the acute awareness of evil and suffering? Nah, man, they think they're David Lynch. Why do men like Frank have to exist? Geoparks in Greece? This ain't good for me. Wait, or is it Islands of the North Aegean? Lesbianism? Forgive me. The Isle of Lesbos. 20th century Indian Buddhists. Born in 1914, died in 1986. Edmund Hillary, you are fucking... I want to say your name is Tenzin Nogatu. Can I hit you with something? No. I did not get close enough to give myself the point on that one. I obviously have to... I knew who it was, but I did not know enough to type it properly. So I think I have to take the honor system on that one. American Episcopalians who died in London, child singers. It must be Shirley Temple. Oh, Judy Garland. Of course. 18th century Christian mystics. Male feminists. Free love advocates. People from Felpham. Bro, you look like you're from Felpham. Artists of the Moravian... I have absolutely no idea. William Blake. He looks like this actor, bro. Toby Hooper? I want to say his name is Toby Hooper. Bro, you look like Toby Hooper. Does look a little bit like David Morse. African Great Lakes. I hope you're Lake Victoria. Yeah, I was just never going to know that, to be honest with you, bro. Toby Jones. That's it. Toby Jones. 2013 South Korean films about trains. Okay, well, no, wait, this is fucking Snowpiercer. I just saw screenplays by Bong Joon-ho. Almost made a horrible mistake there. 20th century members of the Illinois General Assembly. Commutations granted by Donald Trump. Bro, you're Rod Blagojevich. Yo! Can't spell Tenzing Norgay, but I can spell Blagojevich. Rizzler ass middle-aged man. Not even middle-aged, bro. 70. What are you doing looking like that? You look like you're one of the Beach Boys, bro. Getting up to no good, I'll tell you that much. 20th century presidents in Africa from 1909 to 1972. Yeah, I'm just not going to know the prime minister of Ghana, man. I'm going to be real with you. Fair enough, though. Fair enough. Skill check. Failed the skill check. That was a really hard catfishing today. Still reeling over Tenzing. I knew his initials were TN. And what I did say Nogatu, which is almost Will Ferrell in Zoolander. But he's famous, right? Because didn't he basically carry Sir Edmund Hillary up the mountain? And then Sir Edmund Hillary got all the credit because he's British? Yeah, pretty much. He did literally all the work. It is kind of crazy to be like, I'm the first dude on top of Everest. By the way, I needed this dude to show me how to get to the top. Like, what the hell were they doing, man? He's from New Zealand. Don't even joke, lad. Listen, I'm sure you got Sir Edmund Hillary on your bills in New Zealand. I'm not saying he's not like a noteworthy figure. Just kind of seems crazy that like there's a huge difference in the amount of people who know who Sir Edmund Hillary is versus Tenzing Norgay, including myself. 1960s American novels. American novels adapted into plays. It's by Harper Lee. Okay. To Kill a Mockingbird. It's just from 1960? I thought it was from like 1902, and I read it. 1981 Robots? Bro, that's the Canadarm. Fucking space shuttle wouldn't be shit without the Canadarm, bro. What if you drop some shit? It's fucking gone forever. That's right. Roberta Bondar says hello. 1994 Japanese novels by Murakami. I literally only know his Running Book and Norwegian Wood, and it is not that. So I'm going to type Norwegian Wood. It's the Wind Up Bird Chronicle, y'all. My bad. 20th century American naval officers. Okay, they probably fought in the Second World War. They also directed an Academy Award winner. They directed Westerns. They won a Presidential Medal of Freedom. Artists from, film directors from Maine. No idea. John Ford, fair enough. Heard of, didn't he get assassinated by the coward Robert Affleck or something like that? Active Asteroids. Bro was literally a hero, by the way, and I just made a joke about it. Never mind. I don't really get how Jesse James could have assassinated Robert Ford, bro. Isn't Jesse James that guy from like Las Vegas Inc. or whatever the show is? Or West Coast Choppers or something? Isn't he married to Sandra Bullock? I thought like at maximum I thought he was like 59 years old. Not anymore? Well, maybe he had a birthday then. Active asteroids, I have absolutely I could not name a single asteroid. I literally thought this was a moon, but fair enough. 1982 establishments in England. 1997 disestablishments in England. It's a nightclub, a music venue in Manchester. It's probably fool's gold, bro. The Hacienda. Oh, shit. 15th century English night. Is that kind of like the CBGB? The CBGB of Manchester? Everybody thought I was crazy? More or less, okay. English people of French descent. 15th century English monarchs. High sheriffs of Cornwall. Lords of Glamorgan. Sounds like a show on E! House of York, Younger Sons of Dukes, People of the War of the Roses. You're fucking Mr. Lancaster. Wait, you're probably Mr. York. You're probably Henry II, bro. Richard III. Fuck you. You look like fucking Christopher Walken, bro. What were you doing out on the battlefield looking like Christopher Walken? This war, I can't really do a good can't do a good Christopher Walken impression. He fucking does look like Chris Walken. Can we Grok, compare them, please? 1909 establishments in New York City. Yeah. Mass media companies. Bon Appetit. Newhouse. This is Life magazine or something. Condé Nast. That's what I said. 21st century American Jews. Marty Mauser. 21st century rapper who died in 2018. You're Mac Miller. That's it. Mac Miller. The number of times in my head I tried to go, is it Miller or DeMarco, was actually out of control. This whole era of music just passed me by, to be honest. Same. At least it's not just me. I almost typed Annie DeFranco. 1957 science fiction novels adapted into films critical of religion, libertarian science fiction books. There should only be about 1 trillion of those. Oh, by Ayn Rand, set in New York City. One of the two. Do yourself a favor, listen to kids. I listen to a kid every day. She says, Daddy, look at this. Made it on the right side of the curve, at least. 19th century British literature. Female characters in fairy tales. Fictional trios. Fairy tales about talking. British fairy tales with talking animals. Short stories. The Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Yes! They made a movie out of Goldilocks? That's how long? That shit must be 11 minutes long or something. That's fucking crazy. Maybe is Into the Woods about Goldilocks? I don't know. I've never seen it. 1990s English language films. Comedy, drama, road films from 1998 about journalists' fear and loathing in Las Vegas. Obviously. Okay, next. 1996 American sports novels. Books about film. Novels about drugs. Holy fuck. Set everywhere. Geopolitics, consumerism, metafictional novels. Infinite jest. Guys, we might be running the fucking table today. 20th century American male writers, never mind. Nonfiction writers, anti-capitalists and anti-fascists, died in 1940. American whistleblowers, military personnel from Pennsylvania. I simply do not know who you could be. American military personnel of the Boxer Rebellion. Holy fuck, bro. Smedley Butler. Damn. I'm sorry, Smedley. Don't say smeg me. Sorry, Smedley, I wasn't familiar with your game, man. 19th century pianists from Hungary. It literally, if it's not Liszt, I'm fucked. You know, my music teacher in high school told me that Liszt was like a ladies' man. I didn't believe it when I was like 16. Now that I see this picture, I bet in like 1850, dude was fucking laying it down. I could totally see it. Crazy hairline. Liszt and Chopin were boys. Yeah, I saw the movie where Hugh Grant plays Chopin. Forget who plays Liszt. There's a famous lady in that movie. Can't remember who it is. Bernadette Peters? I want to say it's Bernadette Peters. Can somebody check that? Can somebody Google Hugh Grant, Chopin, Bernadette Peters, and tell me if it's Bernadette Peters in the movie? Because I'm going to freak the fuck out, because that's literally like a 23-year-old memory. And I don't know who the fuck Bernadette Peters is. Do it yourself? Bro, I'm playing catfishing. 19th century architecture in Fairmont, Philadelphia. That's also the culture of New York City. Could this be a brownstone? I see sandstone, I go brownstone. It's that simple. You are correct. Let's fucking go, bro. 2022 science fiction action vampire films about genetic engineering. Golden Raspberry Award-winning films. Oh, it's fucking Morbius, bro. I was very confused for a second. Asian vegetables. Allium is the garlic family, bro. Botanical taxa named by Carl Linnaeus. That's every species of animal and plant on Earth. So thanks a lot. That must be the longest Wikipedia article in history. Miniature version. I think you are I think you're a pearl onion. Charlotte! Oh, you motherfucker. Fair enough. 20th century American engineers born in 1998 who are American people of Italian descent who are, oh my God, it's Luigi Mangione. I don't want to make any enemies. It was one of the most surreal streams, I think, Justin, when I think the news had broken this morning that this shit happened and we were playing Mario Party. And then chat was saying the guy's name is Luigi Mangione, which is like, I feel like he came up with his name as a pseudonym looking at a copy of Luigi's Mansion. Because it's just so, like I couldn't believe that it was Luigi Mangione, man. It's just so fucking crazy. It felt like the simulation was breaking. 1830s neologisms, philosophical phrases, metaphors referring to animals, recursion. Can I say something crazy? It's turtles all the way down. It couldn't be anything else. It couldn't be anything else. I think we're fucking mogging catfishing today. I think we're going to be on the right side of the bell curve. Let's put it that way. Oh shit. That's fucking awesome. I should have said shallots. What the fuck was I thinking, bro? Pearl onions. Pearl onions, a fucking moron. It was not hard today? Fuck you. What'd you get, buddy? 1980s coming-of-age films that are fantasies, that are British, that are set in castles with Lucasfilm puppets. This is The Dark Crystal. Ah, shit, obviously. 1698 establishments in Vietnam? Capitals of former nations? Port cities? Capitals of former nations. Ho Chi Minh City? I might be the GOAT, man. 1900s toys. What are these fucking train toys called? Girders? Metal toys. I'm thinking it's called Brio. Meccano. Oh. 19th century Italian male writers. I have no idea. Garibaldi. Damn, he's kind of serving, though. The high-waisted pants and the tucked-in shirt. 2nd century births. Greek philosophers who were also ophthalmologists. You're fucking A-schloos, man. Whatever, that's Galen. Bro, you look like A-schloos. 1960s British mysteries about bureaucracy. Also, it's a science fiction show. Cultures of Wales. British science fiction show. Red Dwarf, The Prisoner. I'm in a lot of trouble, man. Barbecue, eating parties. Latin American pork dishes. National symbols of Argentina. Asado. 1862 establishments of the United States. This is the IRS. Okay. Remember the name. Died in 2006, an architecture writer who emigrated to Canada. Canadian architecture writers. Canadian urban planners. Jane Jacobs, I'm sorry, I don't know you. 20th century encyclopedia. 1993 software, American online encyclopedias. Encarta. Still mogged. Still mogged after all these years. What was a tough one today? I loved Encarta. When you're trying to respond to your girlfriend's message on MSN Messenger, but you've been trapped in the Encarta Castle maze for 4 hours. Help! It happened, man. It could have happened to someone else, not to me, but sometimes you do get trapped in the maze, man. 18th century aviation, people of the Industrial Revolution, paper makers. French balloonists? I have absolutely no idea. The Les Frères Vraiment. It's the Montgolfier brothers. I don't know the Montgolfier brothers. Were they the ones who put the umbrella on the bicycle? Brother, come on. I'm just going to tell you, I don't know where you live. You might live in Canada, but they didn't teach us about the Montgolfier brothers, bro. They will never be one who, I'll tell you that much. Am I right, librarian? 20th century American inventors, 1902 to 1974. American people of Swedish descent. Aviation history. Is like today International Aviation Day or something? You seem like Charles Lindbergh, bro. That's Charles Lindbergh. Bro flew alone for over 33 hours. Big deal. Try flying with other people for 14. Oh, shit! We fucking got you, bro! Oh, my private plane. My private plane's too slow. Rich motherfucker. 20th century American women who lived from 22 to 2015. American folk singers from Appalachia. Folk song collectors. Are you Emmy Lou Harris? You're Gene Ritchie, I'm guessing, now that I think about it. I thought it could be Emmy Lou Harris. 1603s about Scottish royalty. Did I say 1603s? 1603 plays about Scottish royalty. Bro, this is Macbeth. The Tragedy of Macbeth. They literally spelled it wrong on the fucking title, bro. 20th century British Army personnel who are English novelists and Irish novelists who are pseudonymous, but also we should know their name. English thriller writers. I'm going to guess that you are the person who wrote the James Bond movies, or the books, and your name is sometimes in my brain, but it's not in my brain right now. All I can think of is, for some reason, my brain is pulling up Johnny Silverhand. Fleming? Ian Fleming? Jean Le Carré. My mistake, y'all. And I'm pretty sure Johnny Silverhand is Keanu Reeves from Cyberpunk. That's Jean Le Carré. Cyborg supervillains who are Doctor Who aliens. The fuck is the Doctor Who villain called again? I knew this at some point, bro. The Daleks. Of course. 1968 quotations. This is going to be Mind the Gap. That's an easy one. Animated characters from 77 who are from The Hobbit, who are monsters. Fictional talking animals who are dragons. That's Smaug, bro. How is he the main antagonist in the book? He's literally just protecting his property. 20th century anarchists, 20th century atheists who are French. Are you Foucault? You're my favorite author, actually. My bad. You're my favorite author. My mistake. 1977 neologisms. Use the Force. Jedi. The Force. Use the Force. Damn, that stings, bro. I'd rather be dumber than average than exactly as smart as average. Main reason, I love saying shit like, starting a sentence with people with a 101 IQ love to be like, and then putting something devastating as the closing argument of the sentence is so good. There's no defense, bro. 21st century American business people. from San Francisco and Washington who went down with the ship. So this is the fella who went down with the Titan submersible. Mr. Titan submersible. I could have remembered that because Stockton Rush is a very, very, like, singular name. That's how I want to go, man. 2013 video games that are battle royales that are developed in Sweden. Geography, it's GeoGuessr? It's fucking GeoGuessr, bro. 1981 singles from David Bowie and Joss Stone and Queen. And The Used. Dance rock songs. My Chemical Romance. Shawn Mendes. So originally by Queen. Vocal collaborations. Okay, so this is Under Pressure. Thankfully, we saw collaborations in there. Did Joss Stone and The Used do like an Under Pressure cover? The Used and My Chemical Romance. Okay. Haven't thought about Joss Stone in a long time. 12th century births. People murdered in England. Deaths by stabbing in England. I can get this. You got to get... it's a Roman Catholic martyr killed in 1170. I'm just going to say St. George. Thomas Beck. I kind of knew this. I fucking kind of knew this one. He was in English. St. George. I just really thought if I put Saint, there's a chance there, to be honest with you. He is the saint of grading cards. That's him pointing the finger in that stained glass. He's telling you, don't get your hopes up about that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. They actually printed like 100 times more than they said they did, so it's not worth as much as you would think. 20th century American male actors born in 1964. They've been in video games. They've won a Best Actor award and Best Drama Actor. From the Coppola family. Bro, that's Nicolas Cage. You see that? You see how I held the H out of his name because I'm a knower? Coppola family saved me on that one. 1980s horror novels that were adapted into films from Stephen King about infidelity and dogs. It's Cujo, bro. My Discord was telling me yesterday that Stephen King has one well-written book, and it's his book about how to write. Is that true? I know Stephen King's probably got some shooters in this chat. I don't really know anything about him, Duddits, but they were saying 100% Stephen King's best book is his book on how to write a novel, which is fucking cool, man. He doesn't know how to end a story. Have you read Dreamcatcher? What is Duddits? It's how king heads like me say dead ass. I'm going to spoil the movie and the book Dreamcatcher for you because you should not read, I don't know if you should read it, but you definitely should not watch Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher is a movie where a bunch of guys go out, it's a story, I should say, where a bunch of guys go out on a trip to a cabin in the wilderness, and one of them shits out an alien that starts like terrorizing. It's basically like he shits out the thing. It starts like copying their personalities and turning them against each other, and you lose all trust in who your friends actually are and stuff like that. And then the American military comes in and is like, we got to stop these aliens, so they like nuke Alaska or something like that. Only none of that shit actually happened. It was all in the imagination of one of the friends who's named Duddits, who's just an interesting little fella whose mind was running wild. So after like, an hour and 50 minutes, you're like, what the fuck? Freaky ass friend, imagine I shat out an alien? Nah, man. I'm on a stationary bike right now. Any words of affirmation? Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be noon at some point anyway. You might as well have gotten your workout in. Hip-hop terminology from ICP. I'm going to say you're speaking about juggalo culture here. 1947 establishments in Korea, chaebol. So it's a company, it's a conglomerate, and they make phones. I'm going to assume that you are Samsung then. I mean, if I'm being honest, it was one of the two. How would I have teased this apart? I have no idea. I don't know how, based on this, I don't know how I would have teased it apart. Probably from pump manufacturers. I don't know, man. In Germany, the movie's just called Duddits? Damn, that's a hell of a spoiler, bro. 1990s supernatural horror films. This definitely feels to me like it would be the Blair Witch Project. A lot of context on that one. 1929 comics debuts. It's got to be Tintin, right? I don't know anything else about Belgian comics. I'll settle for being right here. That feels okay. Not bad today. How does Tintin come up so frequently? I don't know shit about it. Where's all the questions about zits, bro? You know, that comic about being a teenager where, like, your parents just don't understand or whatever. True. Where's all the zits content, man?